Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Harrison Barron, the Millennial Entrepreneur, and if you know of an entrepreneur that this could benefit, please comment them down below. So today I want to talk to you guys briefly about not caring what other people think, and I'm sure that a lot of you guys have heard Gary Vee say it, or Simon Sinek say it, or any of these major influencers in the marketing and entrepreneur world, so you have to stop caring about what other people think, and honestly, that couldn't be truer words. So you're probably saying, oh my god, why is that true, or I really wanted a different answer than that, and unfortunately, there really is no different answer than that, and here's why. The moment you decide to stop letting people dictate your life and your actions based on what you're doing, your life is going to get significantly easier. Doesn't matter if it's a business, doesn't matter if it's in family, doesn't matter if it's in friends. The moment you stop caring or stop giving about what other people think is immediately going to allow you to separate yourself from everybody else. So why is that? The reason is a lot of times when people have the feelings that other people are judging them, they start to do things that other people would want them to do. If you own a business, a lot of the times you're going to start to do things that your friends or family might recommend. Meanwhile, they have zero expertise in doing that thing. So if it's opening up a business, they're going to tell you what you should and shouldn't do. Meanwhile, they've literally never done it before. And this sounds probably pretty crazy to some of you. However, a lot of the times you're going to have tons and tons of people coming up to you and saying, you need to do this, or you should do this, or you should do this, or I think you should do this. And 99% of the time, it's always false because nobody has ever done it before. Especially, even if they own a business, if they don't own a similar business in a similar field that you're going into, what their recommendations are might work for their industry, but it doesn't work for your industry. Now, I'm not saying that everybody's going to be wrong, but take everything with a grain of salt. When you take everything with a grain of salt, it helps you really kind of establish and build different ideas of what you have for your business. Because of this, it really allows you to expand and grow as a person, one, and two, as a business. When you stop letting people mold you and force you into those things. So, for example, I pretty much do whatever I want whenever I want. Whenever something comes up, I could just say yay or nay. I never have to worry about asking a boss for permission or asking somebody for permission, within reason, obviously. But I could just go do whatever I want. And a lot of the times, I don't do what other people think that I should do. I just kind of go out and do it. Because, one, you're never going to learn what you like and you don't like if you don't just go out and try to do things. And two, you're never really going to get the full experience of it because you're always carrying that burden of what other people think. And when you carry this burden of what other people think, it really kind of cripples you and cripples your decisions on what you can and can't do. So, for example, if you really want to go out and you want to go to, just let's say, an amusement park, well, all your friends are going to push you to go on roller coasters. I personally don't really like roller coasters. The moment I start to cave in to their peer pressure about roller coasters, not saying not to try something new, but I know that I don't like roller coasters. I don't like heights, and I don't like being thrown around like a little rag doll. Roller coasters aren't my thing, but the moment I give in to their peer pressure and say, hey, if they want me to be on a roller coaster, I'm going to go be on a roller coaster, those things literally can ruin my entire trip because I'm not going to feel good after that roller coaster. I'm going to get thrown around like a rag doll. I might get injured. I'm not going to feel good. My stomach's going to bother me. All of these series of things can happen to you that easily could have been prevented if you decided to stick up for yourself. And I'm not saying you need to go to war with all your friends or anything like that, but laying out clearly, hey, I do not like doing that, or I do not like doing those types of things, is immediately going to bring your self-satisfaction significantly higher because you're no longer stooping to what other people really want you to do. Now, this might sound crazy, and you're probably like, how do roller coasters come back to business? Well, a lot of times, especially when I started my business doing media, all my friends said, it's so stupid, this, that, and the other thing. They gave me a hard time about everything I was doing. And honestly, it's kind of good that they did because for a guy like me, that fuels my passion to go forward with what I'm doing. But a lot of people who aren't like me, and because of that, they can't take the criticism, and I'm not saying you should or should not be able to take criticism, but a lot of people might cave under that peer pressure. You really have to stand up for yourself and say, hey, this is what I'm doing, and I'm going to try this plan for a long time until it fails. And then when that fails, I'm going to try something else. I might learn about a bunch of other stuff in the meantime, but once that plan starts, I'm going to take that for as long as I can. For example, if I'm doing SEO for a customer, I'm going to use that same SEO strategy for a very long time because I know it's working and it's working well. If it's not working the way I want it to, I'm going to take the time to go out there and adjust it and fix it, and then I'm going to take it and run with it. Until Google comes out with an update or YouTube comes out with an update to change what I'm doing, I'm not going to do anything differently because I might change something from what I'm doing and it could have a negative effect. If anything, I'm going to try to test on my own stuff so that way I don't have an impact on my customers. Things like that, and making sure that you don't get swayed by your peers or other people is really important when you're trying to decide on different things that you should do. For example, another thing that I thought about, when I originally started my company, I just started out with social media. And a lot of my friends said, whoa, that's even a lot. You should even more narrow focus. And I realized shortly after that they didn't know what they were talking about. And there's plenty of companies out there that are offering all of these services. The problem I realized, and by thinking too small, was saying, hey, just because I do social media, well, once I get that person as a lead, I need to bring them to a website to convert them. So that's why I started doing social media and then websites, and I want to keep touching base with them, so I got them on email management. Now, I had to figure out all these different things. If I listen to my friends told me never to start my own business, and I would have never had the freedom that I have now today. So because of that, and because I didn't give in to peer pressure and I continued to take everybody else's information as a grain of salt, it was allowing me to keep building and building and building and building and building my company to grow it from something pretty small to something much bigger that offers a plethora of services, and we happen to be really good at what we do. So why is this important for you guys as entrepreneurs or wannabe entrepreneurs or anything like that? The key is don't give in to what other people want you to do. If you're going to give in to what other people want you to do, make sure it's something that you're really going to enjoy. For example, I don't want to do some things that my friends do, but if I know it's going to suck, things that suck always make out really good stories. So, for example, I'm not going to go on a roller coaster, but if one of my friends is like, hey, let's do a Tough Mudder, or let's do something really silly fun and it's going to suck a lot, I'm usually in. Why? Because I know it's going to stink, and I know it's going to turn out to be a really good story, and that's when the best friendships are forged. I know that. But back to roller coasters, I'm not doing that. I don't like scary movies, but I love watching comedy shows and comedy movies because they make me laugh, they make me feel good, and on top of that, I could usually take their jokes and twist them and make people laugh. I don't give in to that peer pressure. It's super important not to give in to that peer pressure, no matter how much or how hard it is. If you are worried about what other people think or doing the right thing or taking somebody's advice, go hire a business coach. And that's why they're there. And I'm going to make a YouTube video on business coaches and stuff like that. But ultimately, hire a business coach, hire somebody that knows what they're doing and has tons of experience in it. That is really ultimately what is going to help you get to the next level in your business. This is Harrison Barron, the Millennial Entrepreneur. If you guys found this helpful, please smash that subscribe button. And you guys are going to see 2 little videos right up here from now on in each and every single video. One is the one I recommend, and the other one is what YouTube recommends. Go check them out. I'm going to be creating more and more playlists as time goes on, but I'm looking to do at least 2 videos a week, sometimes 3 videos a week, and I really appreciate the support. Once again, smash that subscribe button. It really helps the channel. I'll see you guys in the next one.